Good morning. Today I am going to give lecture on the topic active filters. So filters are basically nothing but they are frequency selective circuits which allow certain range of frequencies and block certain range of frequencies. So over here active filters. So consider this is our desired input signal which is accompanied with some noise signal. So when we are giving this to our active filter, it attenuates or it blocks our unwanted frequencies, that is our noise signal, and it amplifies our input signal and we get it as our output signal, right? So active filters, the name itself suggests that the active filters are designed using active components like transistor, op amps, etc. So active filters are classified into 5 types, which are nothing but low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass, band stop and all pass filter. So over here low pass filter. So low pass filter is nothing but it allows only the frequencies lower than the cutoff frequencies, and high pass filters are nothing but which allows the frequencies higher than the cutoff frequencies and blocks the frequencies which are lower than the cutoff frequencies. Band stop filters are nothing but it attenuates or it blocks the frequencies which is in between the given to cutoff frequencies, and band pass filter is nothing but which allows only the frequencies which are in between range of the two given cutoff frequencies, right? So next is active low pass filter. So this is the circuit diagram of active low pass filter. It only allows the frequencies lower than the cutoff frequency. So over here we can see that in this circuit RC network is being connected. The RC network is being connected to the non-inverting terminal of the op amp. So this op amp is in non-inverting configuration. So over here the gain of the op amp will be same as the gain of the non-inverting amplifier, right? So the gain of the op amp AF is nothing but 1 plus R2 by R1, and the voltage gain V out by V in is given by this formula, where F is the frequency of our input signal and FC is the cutoff frequency, right? So next we know that the FC over here, we know that the FC is 1 by 2 pi RC. So the RC network, the resistors and capacitor connected to the non-inverting terminal, that path will determine the cutoff frequency range, right? So based on our understanding, we plot the frequency response curve with up to so when R and C increases, our FC will decrease. When R and C decreases, our so inversely proportional relationship, right? So here when as it is since it is low pass filter, here the frequency below FC will be passed without any attenuation, and the frequency above FC will be attenuated, right? When our input signal becomes equal to our cutoff frequency, then the voltage gain of the low pass filter will be 0.70 times the gain of the op amp, right? So here the low pass filter is also known as first order Butterworth low pass filter. When another one RC network is connected to the non-inverting terminal, then it is known as second order Butterworth low pass filter. So moving to next, active high pass filter. So active high pass filter is nothing but it attenuates the frequencies lower than the cutoff frequency, and it allows the frequency higher than the cutoff frequency. So here also, as I already said, RC network is connected to non-inverting terminal, and and the R1 and R2 connected to the inverting terminal decides the gain of the operational amplifier, and the RC network over here decides the cutoff frequency. If similar way, if another one capacitor and resistor is connected, then it is known as second order Butterworth high pass filter. So based on this, the voltage gain can be defined by this formula. So based on our understanding, frequency response curve is plotted. So the next type of active filter is nothing but band pass filter. So band pass filter is nothing but it is the combination of high and low pass filter. It allows the input signal between the two cutoff frequencies. The two cutoff frequencies are namely the cutoff frequency at high pass in high pass filter active filter, and the cutoff frequency in low pass active filter, which is nothing but FH and F suffix L, right? The simple block diagram is depicted over here, which shows that the band pass filter is a combination of, or it contains high pass and low pass filter. So here in this diagram I have drawn that from this diagram it is clearly understandable that both it is the combination of high and low pass filter. This diagram can also be drawn in this form. In this form, it can also be drawn in this form. So the overall cutoff frequency for a band pass filter is given by this formula, which is nothing but the root of FH and FL, which is nothing but the frequency higher cutoff frequency at high pass filter at cutoff frequency in low pass filter configuration, right? So based on our understanding, we are plotting the frequency response curve of band pass filter. As I already mentioned, high pass, this is the characteristic of high pass filter, and this is the characteristic curve of low pass filter. On combining these two, we get the characteristic curve of band pass filter. So this is the frequency response curve of band pass filter, right? So next type of active filter is nothing but band stop filter. So there is only minor differences between band stop and band pass filters. So band stop is nothing but it allows the sum of the frequencies of low and high pass filter. But the only difference between the band pass and band stop filters is in band filter the signals do not overlap. The high frequency active filter characteristic curve and the low frequency filter characteristic curve does not overlap. The junction between these two is generally known as stop band. The signal, the frequency range between these two are generally attenuated by the band stop filter. So this is the characteristic curve of frequency characteristic curve of band stop filter. So next we are going to discuss some general aspects, which is nothing but merits and demerits of active filters. So active filters are generally flexible in gain. For example, if we consider the example of an op-amp, we can generally change the gain. We can increase the gain or decrease the gain by changing the resistance values, namely RF and R1. We can we can change the gain, and it is low cost. We know that the op-amps and transistors are low in cost. Small component size. Op-amps and transistors are obviously small in size with respect to they are obviously small in size than inductors, which are passive components, which includes inductors. They are relatively smaller than the passive components. So it has pass band gain, more pass band gain as compared to passive filters. Pass band gain is nothing but the pass band region is nothing but the region at which the generally the frequencies are allowed without any attenuations. So that gain is more in case of active filters. So some demerits of active filters are it requires DC power supply. In case of an op-amp, we know that it requires dual DC power supply. right. So and they are limited in the range and it cannot handle large amount of power. It can only withstand up to moderate amount of power. So these are the applications of active filters, which are nothing but they are used in communication system, especially to attenuate or to block the unwanted noise signal, and it is also used in instrumentation systems by most of the biomedical engineers, right. So next, so summary of the topics we have discussed is active filters are generally designed using active components like op-amps and transistor. Based on their allowance of signal frequencies, they are classified further into low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass and band filters. Active low pass filters are which generally attenuates the higher frequencies which are above than the cutoff frequencies. And we also discussed that the cutoff frequencies in active low pass filters are generally decided by the RC network, that R and C, and frequency is inversely proportional to R and C, right. And the gain of the op amp is generally determined by R1 and RF. So active low pass filter is also known as first order Butterworth low pass filters. When there are two RC networks, then it is known as second order Butterworth network. So next, active high pass filter is nothing but which blocks the lower frequencies which are generally lower than the cutoff frequencies and allows the frequencies which are higher than the cutoff frequency. Band pass filters are which allows the input signal between the two cutoff frequencies, namely FH and FL. The difference between band pass and band stop is it allows the band stop filters allows the summing and it does not overlap in case of band stop filters. And at last we discussed the merits, demerits and applications of active filter. With this, thank you so much.